Good morning folks and welcome back to the channel. I'm back in the PMDG 737-800 for another trip. Today we are going from San Jose El Cabo, I think it is, in Mexico, up to Tucson in Arizona. Got a flight time today of 1 hour 34 minutes according to SimBrief, and we'll be cruising at an altitude of 34,000 feet. As you can see, we are flying with Sun Country today. Quite a nice livery, quite like it. Some scenery I'm using here for El Cabo is some freeware scenery from FlyInside, and the same is for Tucson. Some nice freeware scenery again from FlyInside. So let's go ahead and jump in and let's get things going, shall we? So I've already got power on, literally just to get ground power connected and things start wearing up. So let's start running through the checklist, shall we? So, parking brake should be set. Battery is switched on, emergency lights are on, ground power is connected, lights as required. So position lights are steady, which is good. IRS is set to nav. Passenger side is set to auto. Elec hydraulic pump. They can come on. Lights are extinguished. Yaw damper can also come on then. Window heat can also come on. After that, the left aft fuel pump can come on. That should extinguish, and then we can go ahead and fire up the APU. That should start wearing away now. So while that's doing that, let's just come down here to FS Actions. Fuel. My block fuel today is 8,000 kilograms. So go ahead and just pop that in straight away. And our payload today is looking good. Forward cargo is correct, and rear cargo is slightly too heavy there. So that should be 2,000 in there. Cool. That to FMC. Get that started up in a minute. Once we got the APU up and running. So once that's there, we go. APU power is available. So let's go ahead and switch over. Which is what we can do there, and then we'll come back down here and we'll go ahead and release the ground power. There's no point having both up and running, just wasteful. And that's on. APU bleed can come on also, which is good, and packs can be set to auto. And isolation valve is open, which it is. So let's come down below now and set our FMC. So, our airport reference is Mike Sierra Delta. And our gate is, I'm not sure of our gate actually. So we'll just take our iris off of that. So, MMSD to Kilo Tango Uniform Sierra, I think it is. Yes, it is. Again, the company route. And our flight number today is Sierra Charlie X-ray 221. Okay, taking off runway 34. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, it's just taking all my information away, isn't it? What a biff. So, upload that. So the measurement flight plans today is coming through SimBrief. which is a really cool tool if you guys don't know about it already. I'm sure most of you do. Okay, activate that. Let's just add a few more bits of information here because it seems to have obviously it's removed it. So Sierra Charlie X-ray 221. I'm not on VATSIM today purely because there's nobody covering this area as of now, so it's not a problem. Which I don't mind too much, to be fair. It's quiet anyway, so no point in talking to myself. Even if I do that anyway. Yep, that's it. So let's load that in. It's giving me 36,000 feet, but I want 34. Which is fine. Climbs are set is fine. Let's take off, we'll take flaps 5. COG is just about 6. And we'll put them in a moment once we've got our information put in. So we are on our departure today is the Anigo 1 Bravo. Excellent. And our arrival into is let me find the star. No, there's not quite a star in from the south, so we'll take the Dingo arrival or star, but we'll only enter at a certain point. Which is fine there, and then we'll look at the legs. So let's go ahead and change this to plan mode, which is fine. So next page, Dingo. And what I want to do is delete the Tucson, because I don't need to come straight overhead. So that should be okay, actually. It's hard to explain it without showing you the chart, but yeah, this should be fine after we get vectors. There we go. I'll take us straight into the ILS approach then, which is perfect. Good. Okay. So now we can go ahead and set our takeoff thrusts. Set it on, and come back, set it on also. Nice. So that's looking good. Let's come ahead here and set our altimeter. There we go. Perfect. Let's carry on with the checklist. Altimeter has just been set. Transponder can be set to TA. And we'll set to 2000. Fuel and everything is already on board, which is good. We're happy about. Now let's go ahead and set to 34,000. Just look here. Let me have a look at the departure charts. I don't think there's any restrictions on the departure. Nope, not for the route that we're taking, at least anyway, which is cool. So happy there. So CP is set. Flight directors can come on. Cool. So let's come down below and let's go ahead and request the jetway to be released. Nice. And we can go ahead and plan for our pushback. So pre-plan pushback. So let's just do it to there. Nice. And we'll come back to that in a moment once we've got everything ready. So jetway is clear now. So let's come up top and put the anti-collision lights on, because we will be pushing back shortly. And I think we're just about there, so we can go up to 34,000 feet. The elevation of Tucson is 2,600 and 43. So we'll round up. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and request pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Beautiful day, as you'd expect in Mexico. We're going to go off 3-4, so it's down that end.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Brakes off.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Okay,
It will start
perfect.
in the sequence.
So let's carry on the checks. Fuel pumps on. We've got a little bit of fuel in the center tanks, so we will use them. Packs can be set to off. Ignition mode selector set to both. Sorry, which it is. Engine 2 set to ground. We should start seeing the engine rising there, which is good. Once it gets to 2.5, we shall inject the fuel, and that should ignite us. .5, there we go. And it's away. So at the time of recording, I have just installed a new update for the 737-800, so it'll be interesting to see what the differences are. See if there's any performance enhancements, which are always welcome. Okay, so engine there is stabilizing. Let's start for engine number 1.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Fuel going on. Parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Startup is complete. Please disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position,
Lovely.
waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
See ya. Nice, so engine's coming online there, which is fine. So let's go ahead and switch the generators over now. Generators switched over, so that can be the APU coming off. They are set to auto continuous. Probe heat can come on. Where are we? There we are. Engine 1, 2 bleeds. They are on. Packs set to auto. fans are set to auto. Isolation valve set to auto. APU bleed can go to off. Flaps now can be set to 5. Flaps 5. Elevated trim, we wanted 6. Just under 6. There we go. Next, we want to go ahead and arm the auto throttle. LNAV on, V-NAV on, which is good. And it looks like we are good to taxi, so let's go ahead and get the taxi light on. Brakes off, and we'll get the taxi restarted. Nice. Cracking scenery around here. Okay, so checklist for the taxi. As the taxi lights are on, auto brakes set to RTO, which they are. Gonna go ahead here and turn the terrain radar on. TFC can also come on. Although it seems though we don't have, we're not in VATSIM, it's not going to make too much of a difference. Fuel flow, can zero that. Oh, bit of a stutter there. Not ideal, but not the end of the world. Does look good, can't deny it. So let's just come up top. Let's get the landing lights on. Position lights can go to strobe. Transponder goes to TARA. TFC is already on. And all that's left to do is start the clock. Once we get rolling. It's very twitchy on the pedals. I don't know if that's just my settings or if it's just a little glitch, not glitch, but a little inaccuracy with the modelling. The one thing it does is as soon as you release the pedals, it snaps to where it is, where in reality it wouldn't snap straight away. There is that sort of like half a second delay almost as the wheel still turns. Not the end of the world, not a big thing I suppose, but not the end of the world. Okay, so that's the centre tank empty. Crikey, that didn't take long, which is fine. Okay, let's get the clock going. As always, there shouldn't be anything coming, but it's always best to make sure just in case. Okay, everything looks good. We are lined up and increase the throttle slightly out. There we go. Looking good.
V1.
Rotates nice and gently. And up we go. Positive right. Gear coming up. Look at that. Great view. Really, really nice. Looking good. Autopilot coming on. Here you have. Which is fine. Nice, very nice. Flaps can come up now. So, after takeoff, checklist, autopilot is engaged, auto brake can be set to off. Gear lever can be set to off as well. Engine starter set to auto, which they are. Runway turn-off lights can come off. Flaps are now retracted. Altimeter will be set to standard once passing 10,000. Nice. Nice, a little bit ahead of schedule, but I will turn the landing lights off now. And just like that, folks, we are on our way. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck, and we are not far away from Tucson now. It's just out to our right hand side. I think it's over there somewhere where the airport is. It's not far away at all, which is good. So let's go ahead and look at what the METAR is for Tucson. So we've got a altimeter of 3007, which is cool. So speed's coming down now, so we shall. I'm going to go ahead and switch over now to 3007. There we go, which is fine. Wind is 8 knots, that's not too bad. Across the airfield, which is fine. It's been quite a nice trip on the way down so far. Nothing too crazy. Which has been good. Just going to go ahead and lower the speed here. Does that we have some sort of speed restriction in place here? 230. Let's pop the air brake back out. So we're doing a full flap approach. FMC index approach. 142 is the landing speed, which is fine. So yeah, like I said, it's been a pretty good trip. No real issues. Glorious weather. A little bit bumpy, I've got to say, a bit bumpier than usual, but overall it's been pretty nice. Here's some nice scenery. I know it's a bit deserty, obviously, but it is quite nice. Something about it. So we should be making a turn shortly. So, auto brakes set 3. Let's go up top. Landing lights on, right hand lights on. Looking good. Come on, get down. Down to 6,000. It's interesting. On 5,000 for Cabos, 5,000. Which is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I think I might have to skirt around this mountain next. I think I'm going to fly right into it. Which is obviously not what I want to happen. What I am going to do though is Command B. You should see the localizer coming alive shortly. And there we go, there's a runway in front of us. It's not looking too bad. So we are ready for landing. So, gear coming down. Gear down, 3 greens. Glide slope is captured. Seven miles to go. Scenery just looks so good. So damn good.
$1,000.
Looking good. Autopilot off. Auto throttle off as well.
400.
Slightly high.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
There's thrust. Nice. So go ahead and vacate off here. Nice. Reasonably nice approach. So after landing checklist, so flaps can come up. Spoilers are in, transponder can be set to TA. Terrain radar can come off. Position lights set to steady. Upstairs, runway turn off, lights can come off. There we go. Let's get the APU starting up. Probe heat can come off. Auto brake can also come off. And we're looking good. It's not a bad piece of scenery actually, here at Tucson, especially considering it's free. Really, really nice. Really nice piece of scenery. Still haven't got GSX myself. How is everybody finding it? Is it the bugs been ironed out yet, or is it still not worth it? I'm very tempted. Very tempted indeed, but it's just I'm getting tired of forking out for half-finished products. Go. Brakes on. Let's come up top. APU is on. APU can come on, and let's go ahead and switch over to APU power, which is what we want, because then we can cut the fuel to the engines, and we shouldn't lose anything. So set the chocks. Let's go ahead and request the jetway. And I can't request any of the baggage or anything like that because the engines are still running, so that's fine. And there we have it, folks. Cabo to Tucson in one easy hop. As always, thanks for joining in this afternoon, and hope you've enjoyed the video. Until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.